Hey everybody, if you offend easily, what's it like to be so weak? Alright, so today I'm doing something different. Y'all know I like to read in this room, and you know that I tend to use my regular decks and, do the same stuff usually. And today I am inclined to do something different. Someone has given me a very unique and special deck, and I'd actually like to show it off to you today. However, that does require me doing things a bit differently. Many of you know I have my little office here, okay, that I usually work in. Yes, I have my pictures all over the walls and stuff. But what y'all may not know is that this room is actually black light reactive. And that's important because someone has given me a tarot deck that is also black light reactive. So today I'd actually like to work with that deck. Not going to get into it heavy because, well, it's a new deck to me. But I have got to show this off to you. Y'all, this is really beautiful. And I'd like to share it with y'all today. So pardon me while I move around and get the ambiance right. Now, I did leave a little light on from the other room so I can still see what I'm doing, but you may or may not be able to notice my room. Alright. Which is really important because of the deck I will be using today. Y'all, this is the Neon Tarot. And I'm going to close this curtain just a bit more so that y'all can see. I want to make sure y'all can really see this tarot deck, y'all. This black light reactive tarot deck. Now that's just the back. I'm going to close this curtain a little bit more. There we go. Now we've got more darkness. But I would like to show y'all the front of this deck, so I'm going to flip some of the major arcana for you so that y'all can see this for yourselves. Y'all, I've never come across a deck like this before. All right. This is just stunningly gorgeous. So I will be moving the phone for y'all so y'all can see just the first 6 cards under black light. So y'all, this is a black light reactive deck. Isn't this gorgeous? This is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to be, for the very first time, shuffling and using this deck today. I had thought about this being just a flat-out theme for this room, considering the black light reactive aspects of it. I'm still up in the air about whether or not I'm going to do that, but if there was ever a deck, it would be this one. And by the way, if y'all have an opinion about my artwork on that table, keep it to yourselves. I didn't go with my usual care that I normally create art with, but I'm kind of in a hurry. Anyway, so we are going to shuffle, or we are shuffling this deck for the first time ever. And yes, there will be upside downs and right side ups and anything in between. So, and I'm going to attempt to not have to reference my other decks for this one. I'm still getting back into the groove of things, but thankfully, this is my channel and I can get to do what I want on it. So, let's meet our deck. We have the World card popping up first. The World card. So the World card can opportunities. It can represent a broadening of your horizons, an expansion of your own world, or an expansion of the world around you that you must play a part in. Generally speaking, it is having full range of accessibility, saying that if you are trying to achieve something, access something, getting what you need, this would be a good sign, especially in the upright position, that you are prone to get exactly what you need, that you are prone to get what you want from your environment in order to accomplish what you need to accomplish within your environment. If you are trying to have a bit of extra connection to that which is going on around you, this is also a very good sign. All right. So we're going to give it another shuffle to make sure I get the most random pull, because I like to keep the cards in motion once I begin. And this is a very good deck for shuffling. It's just the right hand size. You see that? All right. Let's pull another one. Gosh, this is a really beautiful deck. And thank you so much to my friend for getting this deck for me. I will have to come up with a special nickname for her for this particular instance. We have a reverse Ace of Swords. And I'm doing it this way instead of just lifting it up because I want to make sure y'all have full access to the neons coming up here. All right. So reverse Ace of Swords does represent that there may be a delay in the beginning of something. It may be warning you to hold off a little bit longer on the beginning of something. It could be saying, because swords can also represent deep and even aggressive emotion sometimes, that it might be a good idea to cool your jets. Or if you are reacting to something, saying you may want to take another look at the circumstance before you react to it because your reaction may be unwarranted. Which that seems to be a theme lately, I've noticed. So it's a good idea. Just in general. All right. I don't want y'all to despair because your beginning got delayed. There's usually a reason why, and it's usually a good one. So let's see what else we've got with that. Ooh, the Knight of Wands. Let me see, does it? Oh, it does show up. Wow. This card shows up real nice and pretty for this. Wow. Gosh, I'm loving this. So the Knight of Wands in reverse. So again with the aspect of. So the Knight of Wands typically has something he wants to show, something he wants to prove. Generally speaking, he wants the world to kind of pay more attention to the things he knows and can do. Pay more attention to the light he gives along the way. And I really get the impression like someone who's got something to prove, because they're not a king yet, but they're not a novice page. So this is someone who's working their way up the chain, trying to make a name for themselves. Now, the fact that this knight is coming up in reverse, this is usually a very good sign that the message they're trying to portray is not getting through. So if you were experiencing a delay in your beginning, it could be because you didn't listen to all the instructions. If this is a circumstance of love, I would say that there's a delay because someone's not doing what they're supposed to be doing. And you may want to wait to see if they do. So if this is career, there's a delay in that promotion, it looks like. There's a delay in what you were trying to do. The fact that that world card preceded everything says that it's not something you did wrong so much as it's you have to wait and maybe listen some more. You know, pay more attention to what's going on around you. Your beginning is there. It just hasn't, looks like it hasn't gotten all the resources it needs yet. All right. Ooh, we have a reverse Four of Wands, y'all. I'm trying to get the glare off the cards too. Here, we're gonna turn this right side up for y'all and get rid of that glare. Okay, so Four of Wands, and this was in reverse. So essentially saying like that which you put so much time and effort into growing is not producing all the fruits you hoped it would. I am getting the sensation, getting an impression that there's a message going along with this saying it's not your seed, it's your soil. You may want to try planting in a more fertile field. So now I'm kind of getting the impression this is definitely a career thing. But I'm going to read it from career and then I'm going to explore it from another subject, okay? So if this is career like I think it is, it kind of seems like you're being told, go get another job. You're not being appreciated at the one you got, all right? You're not being heard. You're not being listened to, and it's actually preventing you from progressing in all the ways that you'd like. Again, with the reference that it's not your seed, it's your soil. You're not growing where you are. Find more fertile ground. If this is in relation to love life, you're not being listened to, you're not being appreciated, you've got a broader world than you think, you may want to explore better options for your sense of self, sense of romance, sense of belonging with who you have. If this is in relation to family, this is someone who has been trying for a bit too long to be heard and taken seriously by the rest of the family, and it's just not happening. They're not listening. You may want to explore a different ground, a wider circumstance than the one you're currently limiting yourself to. And you see, I am shuffling over here. We have the Five of Pentacles. You see if it'll show up. See, look at that. Yep, the damn glare. I'm gonna again bring it from above. Ooh. Here, let me get this one a little closer to the light. Wow. Now this one also came up in reverse, so we're going to read it in reverse. I just wanted to show y'all. So, Five of Pentacles in reverse. I'm trying to remember what this is. I can tell you that the window panes are broken and shattered, threatening to fall at any moment. So in reverse, you may be being told, hey, things are not falling apart as much as you're acting like. In conjunction with the rest, if this is a work-related environment, you're being told to go look in the direction of something that looks worse than what it actually is. You may actually be part of the solution. Instead of being treated like you're the problem for a change, you may actually be part of the solution. Same thing if this is related to love or family, you're helping more than you realize. Or there's someone that needs your help more. Go see what kind of good you can do there. All right, one more card just to summarize them all. And again, we are shuffling up the wazoo, hoping for something to not be in reverse. Oh my goodness, I'm a little worried about getting so many reverse cards here, considering how much I'm shuffling, how well I'm shuffling. So let's give it one more card to tie it all together as a main theme and message here, all right? All right, so we have, I'm going to show it to you. We have Justice. Let me get her closer to the light. There she is. These are just beautiful. So Justice, this is it's in reverse. So you're basically being told it's not fair. The universe hears you. It's not fair. The universe is not going to stay out of balance like this. It's just putting you in a position where maybe you're the balance you're seeking. And you know what? I do want to send that message out there. You may be the balance you are seeking. You may be more stable than you realize. You may actually be the glue that holds things together. Now, it's not to say that this is a burden you have to take on for yourself, but I'm kind of getting the impression that this reading goes out to those who are feeling like they lack a purpose, or that they lack a reason for why things are happening the way they are. And it's basically saying that it's not a fair situation, but yeah, like, generally speaking, you may want to find a situation that serves you better. You may want to find a situation where you are part of the solution instead of part of the problem, because it's not fair. It's kind of bullshit, and you need to bring the justice yourself. It needs to actually be your brand of justice. And you know what? If you're doubting your ability to be justice or justified, you are. Here's your message that you are justified. That is what I think you need to know here. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful deck. I will probably be using it again because it's real easy to read. It's very handling friendly, very people friendly. I like how clean the messages are here. So, plus I like reading under the black light, even if it's causing a glare. So I think other than maybe finding a new position here so the cards show up better, I might keep doing this. Maybe keep doing this. I can talk today, I swear. But because I'm not, there's your reading, folks. Bye, y'all.